Hey, 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 it's Thursday, January 5th, and I'm awake for one of my 5 hours a day awake at the moment. So I thought I'd let you know what's going on up in space. So here we have not Tomsk Schumann. This is Marconi, Italy Schumann monitor. We did have a couple of small 20 hertz pulses yesterday, and I'm going to show you on the graph how the Marconi, Italy antenna may be easier for some of you to understand than the Tomsk, Russia data. It's always so hard for me to tell what you're going to be able to see, but off to the right, there is a bar on the graph that shows you the measurements. And so those two little red pulses there that you can see on the graph, that direction, you can look across over to the graph and go, oh, okay, that was 20 hertz. So that might be more helpful for some of you than the Tomsk University version, which is kind of hard to understand. And while we're at it, their whole website isn't down. It's just in particular the Schumann frequencies that don't seem to be propagating in data. And there have been all kinds of data that has been missing for NASA and NOAA as well. I think that really big far side eruption that we had on the 3rd affected things more than we're aware of. And that can happen. Plus, all the weather disruptions and everything that also affects the data feeds. Geomagnetic storm levels are down, that KP index, but I don't expect that to last, and neither do the experts. So you can see right now we're at a KP1, but if you look down at the forecast, we're supposed to get into that KP5 range again and probably KP4 on Friday. Reminder that anything a 4 or above is enough for people to have all sorts of various physical effects. And at a KP5, that's when people start to have more cardiac events. Uh, so this disturbance storm index, I know this graph can be confusing AF. When it goes down, that means the magnetic levels go up. So as you can see, the red line is what is actually happening, the white line is predicted, and so it is already starting to lean down towards that KP rise. Then in the meantime, you may notice on this X-ray flux graph how there seems to be kind of weird colors and such happening. This is what I'm talking about with data feeds being missing. But at any rate, we had a larger C flare overnight, and we've been getting near M flares. So they're close enough to an M flare that it matters. So that big ass far side explosion was from former sunspot region AR3163, and it is now turning its way back towards us. So it's going to be a player over the next couple weeks.